I am speaking to you with urgency right now. Open your heart and listen, because a serious movement is approaching your home and your life. My beloved child, do not quickly treat this as an ordinary reminder and pass it by as though there is nothing worth noticing. I do not come to make you panic, nor do I come to cast a shadow of fear over your heart. I come as a father standing before the door of your home, seeing what you have not seen, hearing sounds you have not heard, and knowing clearly the ways darkness is trying to slip in. There are things that, if you knew them beforehand, you would pray differently, walk more carefully, keep your heart closer to me, and not let carelessness open spaces that should not be opened. Therefore, I call you to stop. Not so you will tremble, but so you will become watchful under my covering. You have felt the heaviness over the past many days, haven't you? Oh, my child, there have been evenings when everything around you grew quiet, but your heart was not at peace. There have been questions repeating again and again, nameless worries slipping into your mind, the feelings as though something was drawing near but you did not know what to call it. I know you tried to reassure yourself. I know you said perhaps it was only because you were tired, perhaps because you were thinking too much. Perhaps tomorrow everything would feel lighter. But my child, not every heaviness should be ignored. There are times when I place within you a gentle alertness so you will know to return, to pray, to close the doors that do not belong to the light, and to stand firm in the peace I give. The threat approaching does not necessarily have to take a loud or easily recognizable form. Many times, danger does not enter with a loud noise, but slips in through the loss of peace, through a conversation that confuses you, through a misunderstanding in the family, through a word that wounds your heart, through pressures that make you react hastily, or through a fear that makes you forget I am still with you. Darkness does not always attack with brute force. It often looks for a small opening in weariness, bitterness, delay, and the things you have not yet brought into my light. But today I speak so you will know this. I have seen that door, and I am standing watch before it. Your home is not only a place with walls, a roof, and familiar belongings. Your home is also the place where you rest, where you love, where you store hope, where you hope to recover safety after a long day. Therefore, I do not take lightly anything that seeks to invade that peace. I see the quiet tensions in the atmosphere. I see the unspoken burdens among loved ones. I see the tears hidden behind closed doors. I see even the fears about the future, finance, health, relationships, and the things you cannot control. And in the midst of all of this, I am still standing there, not leaving, not turning my face away, not letting you guard by yourself what you do not have enough strength to protect on your own. I want you to understand that watchfulness is not the same as panic. Panic makes your mind run everywhere, imagine the worst, and lose clarity. Watchfulness makes you return to me. Slow down, pray, see more clearly, speak less, listen more, and refuse to let temporary emotions lead you into mistakes. I do not call you to live in fear before darkness. I call you to stand in the light with steadfast faith. When my presence covers you, You do not need to tremble before every sound, but neither should you live carelessly, as though there is no struggle surrounding your life. Wisdom is found in knowing how to lean on me, how to guard the door of your heart, your words, your decisions, and your home within an atmosphere of peace. Perhaps recently you have seen certain things become difficult to understand. Tensions suddenly increased. Small matters easily caused friction. Negative thoughts came unexpectedly. News or words made you uneasy. Things that seemed to have settled rose again. Do not rush to conclude that everything has slipped out of my hands. No, my beloved child, I am still sovereign, but I am showing you that there are things that need to be placed again under my covering. There are words that need to be spoken with gentleness. There are habits that need to be released. There are influences whose doors you need to close. There are decisions you need to bring into prayer instead of carrying them alone. I do not reveal this so you will suspect everyone, but so you will discern what draws you closer to me and what is quietly pulling you away from peace. Darkness may try to step toward the threshold, but it has no right to rule where I am present. Opposing forces may try to sow disorder, but they are not greater than my love. Lies may whisper that you are not protected, that your family has no hope left, that what you love will collapse. But do not let them write the story in my place. I have kept you through many nights you did not know about. I have stopped many things before they touched you. I have calmed many storms before they became something you had to face. If you look back, you will see there were many times when you thought you had lost everything, yet a hand still lifted you to stand again. That hand was mine. Therefore, stand in my covering, but also cooperate with that covering through faith and obedience. Guard your home from unnecessary bitter words. Avoid opening the door to arguments when your heart is tired. Be careful with what you hear, what you believe, and what you repeat, because words can build up or crack the atmosphere of peace. Ask for clarity before making important decisions. Rest when your body is weary. Step away from the things that continually pull you into fear, envy, anger, or despair. Sometimes, protecting your home begins with protecting your own heart from the sources that pollute it. My beloved child, I do not require you to be strong alone. I do not tell you to stand before darkness in your own strength. I tell you to stand in me. When you feel uneasy, call upon me. When you do not know what to do, be still before me. When you feel the atmosphere in your home growing heavy, bring that heaviness to me instead of letting it turn into words that wound. When you sense that something does not carry peace, do not ignore it, but do not act rashly either. Let me teach you to move forward with both tenderness and firmness. I can show you when to speak, when to be silent, when to stay, when to step away, when to open your heart, and when to close a door. What I want you to receive in this moment is not fear of some shocking event, but certainty that I am watching over you. I do not fall asleep before what approaches your life. I am not surprised by the things that startle you. I do not abandon your home to chaos. I am standing at the threshold, setting boundaries with love, illuminating what is hidden, softening hardened hearts, and preparing peace in place of disorder. But open your heart for me to enter more deeply. Do not only want me to protect the outside while inside you still hold things that wound you. Let me cleanse fear, doubt, quick temper, weariness, and old memories that make you react like someone constantly under threat. Believe that your agreement with me has more power than you realize. When you choose faith instead of panic, light begins to spread. When you choose prayer instead of reaction, peace begins to take its place. When you choose love instead of adding more tension, your home begins to heal. When you choose to place everything under my hand, the things that seem shaking will no longer have the right to make you collapse. I can turn the very thing that wanted to frighten you into an opportunity for you to see my protection more clearly. I can turn a heavy night into the beginning of new watchfulness. I can turn a threatened threshold into the place where you realize I never left your family. So be at peace, you my child, but do not fall asleep. Stay watchful, but do not tremble. Be careful, but do not doubt my love. I am before you, beside you, in your home, and on every path you walk. No darkness is greater than my presence. No scheme is beyond my sight. No door is beyond my ability to guard when you know how to give me the key. Let your heart say that you have heard, that you trust, that you are ready to walk in the light. I will preserve you through what you have not seen. Lead you away from what does not belong to you, and cover your home with deep and spacious peace, so that what draws near will not break you, but become evidence that I am the one who protects, guides, and loves you with an unchanging love. Recently, you have wondered why certain things in your life suddenly shifted, why unexpected calls came, why there were strange silences from people you once thought you could rely on, why the atmosphere around you sometimes became tense, as though something was moving that your eyes could not yet see. My beloved child, these things are not scattered fragments of coincidence. There are moments in outward life that are only signs of a deeper stirring in the unseen place. When a new season is drawing near, old things often begin to shake. When I prepare to bring you out of a familiar cycle, certain connections will reveal their true nature. Certain doors will close on their own, and certain silences will speak more than words. Do not panic before that shifting. I am not allowing it to happen to make you lose your way, but so you may recognize that I am rearranging everything around you according to my order. Know this, my angels have been sent into position. They have not arrived late. They are not standing far away. They are not observing your life with indifference. I have placed them as shields around you, on the sides where you cannot protect yourself. In the moments when you do not have enough strength to distinguish what is happening, there were plans of darkness that tried to take root, but they were not permitted to bear fruit in the land I have covered. There were words released to confuse you, but I raised boundaries so they could not define you. There were intentions trying to pull you away from peace, but my presence is standing between you and them. You do not have to withstand everything by yourself. You are covered by my power, preserved by my mercy, and guided by the light that never loses its way. I want you to remember that my word for you is not an old echo faded by time. What I speak is still alive, still powerful, still able to lift you up today. Many times I have reminded you not to fear, not because there is nothing frightening around you, but because I am with you in the very place that makes you tremble. I do not tell you not to be dismayed, because you must be stronger than every circumstance by yourself. I say it because I am your God, the one who upholds you with my righteous hand, the one who strengthens you when your strength runs dry, the one who helps you stand when your knees grow weary. You do not need to pretend to be brave before me. You only need to cling to me and let my presence become strength in the place where you are weak. The bad news the adversary hoped to bring will not have the final voice over your life. What was arranged to make you collapse will be turned by me into a testimony. What seemed as though it could steal your peace will become the place where you learn deeper stability. The lies released to make you doubt yourself will be exposed by my light. You may have felt the pressure. You may have seen signs that made your heart uneasy. You may have wondered why everything had become so confusing. But I want you to look with faith. What is against you is not greater than the one who is with you. What wants to break you will become a stone platform lifting you higher. Because in my hands, even opposition can be turned into a step of maturity. Even now, there are words being spoken about you in darkness, misunderstandings being sown, voices trying to build a distorted image of you, thoughts wanting to confuse you and steal your peace. They think you know nothing, that you only see the surface, that you will react with fear, anger, or hurt. But you belong to me. I know how to reveal what needs to be revealed to you at the right time, without letting you sink into blind suspicion and without allowing you to be caught off guard like someone without covering. I draw you near to my word in this moment because I want you to be watchful, not panicked. I want you to recognize, not suspect everyone. I want you to stand firm in truth, not be swept into a spiral of fear. Knowing beforehand is not given, so you will create war within your own heart. It is given so you will have strength to stand firm, so you will not be carried away by temporary emotion. So you will know how to keep peace when the atmosphere becomes unfamiliar. When you realize that something is being stirred, you do not need to hurry to defend yourself with sharp words. You do not need to run around trying to control every person, every situation, every outcome. First, return to me. Let me teach you to discern what needs to be faced, what needs to be released, what needs to wait, and what needs to be prayed over in silence. Not every battle requires you to speak immediately. Some battles are won through stillness in me. Some things are overturned when you keep your heart upright and let me go before you. You will not be attacked by surprise as the world expects. I awakened your attention before it fully touched you. I allowed you to feel uneasiness so you would not fall asleep in a place that was no longer safe. I showed you the strange silence of certain people so you would understand that not every absence is a loss. Sometimes it is protection. I revealed tension in the atmosphere so you would know that you need to stay closer to me. Pray more deeply. Keep your heart cleaner. And be more careful with what you allow to enter your mind. Watchfulness is a gift. But if you use it for fear, you will lose peace. Use it to draw near to me, and you will be kept steady. I know your heart is tired from having to guess who is sincere, what is safe, which path is right, and which word can be trusted. I know there are days when you simply want everything to be clearer, simpler, and lighter. But my beloved child, I do not abandon you in these layers of fog. I am the one who knows the truth behind every surface. I know the human heart. I know schemes before they take form. I know danger before it has a name. I know which door must open and which door must close to keep you from what is not meant for you. Therefore, do not place absolute trust in your feelings, and do not let fear lead the way. Place your heart in me, because I am the one who sees the whole picture while you have only seen a few small pieces. What I am doing in this season is also purifying the connections around you. Some people will remain because they belong to the healthy part of your journey. Some people will leave because their presence no longer fits the place where I am leading you. Some invitations will come to test your discernment. Some silences will appear so you may recognize where you have leaned on people more than you have leaned on me. Do not grieve too long over necessary separations. Do not treat every silence as abandonment. Sometimes I quiet a voice around you so you can hear mine more clearly. Sometimes I allow an old support to shake so you remember that your true foundation is not in people, but in my faithfulness. Therefore, stand firm, but stand firm with tenderness. Stay watchful, but do not become bitterly suspicious. Discern, but do not let your heart grow hard. Pray, but also listen to the small instructions I place within your heart. If I tell you to slow down, slow down. If I tell you to be silent, keep your words. If I tell you to step away from something, do not return simply because you fear loneliness. If I tell you to move forward, do not let memories of disappointment make you step back. I am placing angels around you, but I am also teaching you to cooperate with that protection through obedience, wisdom, and a heart that continually turns toward me. My beloved child, everything is shifting not to confuse you, but to bring you into greater clarity. What is hidden will not remain in darkness forever. Lies will not be stronger than my truth. Plans against you will not pass through the wall I have built. Let your heart rest in this. I saw ahead. I went ahead. I am with you now. Do not fear unexpected calls, strange silence, or waves of tension in the atmosphere. See them as reminders that you need to press closer to me. Listen more deeply and trust more firmly. I will not leave you behind in confusion. I am revealing, protecting, and guiding. And when the time comes, you will look back and understand that even the signs that confuse you today are part of the way I am keeping you from evil and bringing you into my peace. My child, I have heard even the prayers you never spoke aloud, the quiet cries that only sounded within your mind as your tears fell silently where no one knew. I know the questions that have followed you through many weary days. The questions you have not always dared to speak because you feared the answer might wound your heart more deeply. Will I be safe? Will my family be protected? Will this dark season ever end? My beloved child, hear me speak into the place that trembles within you. Yes, you will be safe in my hands. Yes, your family will be covered by my keeping power. And yes, this season will turn, not by your own strength, not because you strain yourself until you are exhausted, but by my hand quietly intervening. Even so, you must not close your ears to my warning, because protection also requires you to listen, discern, and stand in the place where I am calling you to stand. Now, the reason I tell you not to quickly share this with just anyone is not because I want you to live in fear or suspect everyone around you, but because not every ear that listens to you carries a clean heart. Not everyone who smiles at you truly desires your peace. Some people listen only to take what you say and distort it. Some people appear close only to discover where you are weak. Some people are not mature enough to touch the holy thing I am placing within your heart. And if you give it to them too soon, they may confuse you with their doubt. This message is given to you so you may act in prayer, in trust, in disciplined stillness before me. Not so, it will be scattered into hands that do not yet understand, do not yet love rightly, and do not know how to guard what is precious. You must learn to guard what I am doing within you. There are seasons when I call you to step out, but there are also seasons when I call you to remain hidden in my presence until I tell you to move. Being hidden does not mean you have been forgotten. Being hidden does not mean you are weak. Being hidden is sometimes the highest form of protection, where I cover you from curious eyes, unwise words, and hands that could pull you away from your focus. Do not think that because the danger cannot be seen with ordinary eyes, it is not real. There are things moving in secret, forms of opposition that do not always have an obvious shape, subtle pressures trying to enter your heart through confusion, through hurriedly telling someone who should not hear, through seeking confirmation in places I did not send. If your eyes were open to see what is happening around you, you would understand why I tell you to stay closer to me. Keep your heart more watchful and be more careful with your words and steps. You would see that you are not abandoned in this battle. You would see holy watchfulness placed around you, like walls of light that darkness cannot cross at will. You would see my warriors standing at the gate of your home, at the entrance of your life, at the boundaries you do not know how to protect by yourself. With majesty from me and an unshakable firmness, the enemy also sees that watchfulness, and that is why he is restless. He knows the time he has to make you afraid is growing shorter. He knows that if you continue believing, continue praying, and continue remaining in my guidance, the schemes he has set will no longer have a place to stand. My beloved one, lift your eyes higher than the darkness. Do not keep looking at the things that frighten you until you forget that I am standing before you as your refuge and strong fortress. You do not face this battle in your own strength. You do not have to block every evil wind by yourself, resist every toxic word by yourself, or protect every person you love with hands that are already too tired. You are covered by the strength of the one who opened a way through the great sea, brought down walls that seemed impossible to move, and shut the mouth of danger when the time for preservation had come. That power does not belong only to ancient stories. That power is acting for you right now, in your home, in your family, in the circumstances that worry you, and in the places you cannot enter by yourself. Even the ground beneath where you live is not outside my attention. I know where you sleep, where you pray, where you quietly cry, where you try to remain calm so your loved ones will not notice the heaviness in your heart. I have placed my promise over the places entrusted to you to guard. No invasion has the right to prosper when I have marked you with my love and protection. This does not mean you will never hear bad news. never face trials, or never walk through days that require courage. But it does mean that nothing is permitted to pass through my hand to destroy what I have decided to protect. Before anything touches you, it must pass through me. And I know how to stand in the path of what does not belong to my purpose for you. I know you are deeply tired. I know the waiting has been so long that at times you no longer know whether you are persevering or simply trying not to collapse. I know there are days when you want to believe, but your heart trembles. When you want to rest, but your mind will not be still. When you want to say everything will be all right, while inside you are still full of questions. My child, I do not blame you for being tired. I do not turn my face away because you feel weak. I draw nearer in the very moment when you think you are about to run out of strength. And I want you to understand that often, the moment when you feel most exhausted is the moment just before breakthrough is revealed. Before dawn, the night often seems deeper. Before the door opens, the hallway often seems longer. Before victory, the battle often tries to roar one last time to make you believe you have lost. The bad news rushing toward your home will have to meet me before it meets you. The things sent to make you panic will have to stand before my presence. Words, plans, schemes, threats, and uneasiness that want to enter your dwelling will not have the freedom to pass through when I have stood at the gate. I will block what does not belong to you. I will set aside what was built to steal your peace. I will disrupt the path of what wants to harm you and your family. You do not need to run everywhere in fear. You need to remain close to me. Keep your heart watchful. Do what I instruct, and trust that my protection does not fall asleep. So guard your mouth, guard your heart, and guard the peace I have placed within you. Do not tell every holy thing to people who only know how to turn it into doubt. Do not expose what I am nurturing in the hidden place before eyes that have not been entrusted to guard it. Do not let loneliness make you turn to the wrong person just to hear temporary comfort. I will bring the right people to you. People who carry peace, wisdom, and a clean heart. But until I make it clear, remain still in me. Let prayer become your safe room. Let trust become your covering. Let silence with holy intention become the wall of protection around what I am doing. My beloved child, I do not tell you to hide in order to make you small. I tell you to hide so I can make you steady. I do not tell you to be silent because your voice has no value. I tell you to be silent at the right time so that voice will not be wasted in places that do not know how to listen. I do not tell you to wait because I have forgotten you. I tell you to wait because victory is being arranged according to my order. Remember that you have not been left behind in darkness. You are being surrounded by a light ordinary eyes have not yet seen. You are being protected by a love that never grows weary. You are being led through this season by the hand of the Father who knows every worry within you and everything drawing near to you. Be at peace, my child. Let your heart stand firm. Your family is not outside my reach. Your future is not outside my plan. This season will not last forever, and the turning has already begun in the place you have not yet seen. Continue praying. Continue listening. Continue keeping yourself in my presence until I tell you to step out. When I say go, you will go in peace. When I say wait, you will wait under covering. When I say be silent, You will be silent with faith. And when I open the door, no fear, no bad news, and no power will be able to stop you from entering what I have preserved for you from the beginning.